Hi, my name is Ellie, and today I'm going to be showing you guys anatomy of your flag and what everything is and how it functions. This is a average color guard flag, and there are a lot of different components, so I will walk you through all of that. This right here is the pole, that's what we call it. It is 6 feet tall. I will show a comparison. And just for reference, so the most common pole used is 6 foot from almost every single school, college, DCI groups that I see. And poles can vary in colors. Like for example, we have black, silver, and gold poles. And some people will even use a specific type of tape to color it if they were trying to do like more fun colors and stuff for whatever shows that they're performing them with. The next part of a flag is the silk. We don't actually call this the flag, we call it the silk. These can vary in textures, designs, patterns, colors, shapes. So this isn't even a perfect square, this is actually a more arced square, but there's also ones that are more triangular, and just the same as the pole, it just really depends on the effect that the director wants a show to be like, or whoever's buying their flag wants it to look like. But basically the silk and the pole themselves are very customizable, which is what makes them so pretty. Like for example, this is a metallic black, so in the light kind of gives this really cool effect. If you've ever tried to spin like a stick in your backyard or a rake or a broom in your house, you'll notice that it's pretty difficult to keep it balanced because those items were manufactured to be a tool for spinning. That's like the best way I can put that into words. So you might wonder, like, how do we get this to balance? It's pretty easy, and I will show you. So on the top of each of these poles, you have these pole caps because they hold the weights that balance our flags. And also, when you take this pole cap off, it's basically just a metal tube. So to protect your hands and to protect the safety of people who use pole caps, there's a concave in it because that is where we put our weighted anchors to balance the flag itself. And I will show you what is currently inside this. So personally, this is what I was trained on, but every school does it a little bit differently and they do different weights inside of their flags. It's pretty much just like any bolt or nut that you would see. So we use these, and then we use 2 washers as well. And this really helps with the balance. We don't just do it on the top, we also do it on the bottom pole cap. So we have both of these and they go in pretty easily. You put the washers in first. Now that we have those washers in, we just put this guy inside. Anyways, you get the idea. It goes on this end and it goes on this end. So you have your pole cap and you have your weighted anchors. And the last major 2 components of a flag is electric tape and Velcro. Underneath here, you can kind of like feel it and hear it. There is Velcro that the silk has on the inside and the pole has on the outside. This helps the silk stay to the flag because with all the spinning and stuff, you really don't want your silk to fall off. And then we also use electric tape to help secure it. Electric tape is the only type of tape. Never, ever, ever use any other type of tape. Always electric tape. And you can always get fun with it. You can do different colors. It's the same way this side. There's Velcro right here to keep the silk on, and then there's electric tape to secure it. And then, even though this pole cap doesn't have anything, you also want to secure the pole caps with electric tape. So that is the anatomy of a color guard flag. Now I'm going to be really simple and easy, but if you want to purchase your own color guard flag, there are so many resources online. You can't really ever find resources for a color guard flag in person. It's almost just not possible. Maybe in like really big cities where color guard's a bigger thing, but from Kentucky, yeah, you're going to be relying on Amazon. Yep. The 2 biggest resources I would recommend is Amazon and the Band Shop. Band Shop has like the materials you need for the actual flag itself, and then Amazon has like the pole caps and the weighted anchors. So if you're interested, just make sure you do your research. But if you do decide to purchase your own flag, there are so many videos on how to put one together, but it's really, really simple, and I can tell you that as long as you do the step-by-step process and you don't miss anything. And it's kind of hard to miss because it's such a simple thing. So just please make sure you watch some videos before you try assembling your own flag. Now I'm going to show you guys, just because of the sake of I love spinning flag, a few tosses I really enjoy doing. That is lethal.